Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this particular video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on the leaked Comic-Con trailer for the docudrama for Doctor Who, the origins of Doctor Who, called An Adventure in Space and Time. I had this sent to me by a YouTube user called Joey69R. I have to say shout of thanks to him because I haven't seen this anywhere else otherwise, and I'll put a link to it. It's up on YouTube. As per the time of this recording, it may end up getting, taken down at some point, but essentially you can check it out if you can get to it in time. And I was actually pretty impressed by the footage. It is blurry and it is kind of hard to make out certain aspects of it, but you can definitely see David Bradley's William Hartnell, and you hear the dialogue relatively clearly. I love the sequence of shots because they talk about being in the 20th century. You hear dialogue recitals from the very first episodes of Doctor Who about how, Ian and Barbara had stumbled onto the TARDIS, and basically the Doctor was talking about holding them there. You have Susan saying, you can't hold them hostage, but the Doctor sees no recourse. He's got to do something. And flash ahead to a close-up of the TARDIS console, reading out the name 1969, the date rather. And of course, you then see the behind-the-scenes production sequences, everything from Brian Cox's Sidney Newman, basically his first encounter with Verity Lambert as portrayed by Jessica Raines, saying, you'll do well here, you seem to have piss and vinegar in your veins, which actually I had to chuckle about, her reaction to that is priceless as well. And then, they're taking Bill Hartnell in this basically fictional adaptation out to dinner to explain to him what Doctor Who is and what the character will be, Father Christmas, C.S. Lewis, all this stuff. And of course you have him, Doctor Who, and then there comes the sequences of things like, being chased around Skaro by the Daleks. The crowd goes wild with woos, hoops, and hollers. And it's really cool because that minds like Mark Gatiss, a long-time, Doctor Who fan, also has acted in Doctor Who, has produced, and, other features and stuff like that, but written for Doctor Who as well. And Terry McDonough is going to be directing this. Now, I'm not really all that familiar with his name, but based on this footage, I have to say I'm really impressed, and I'm really looking forward to this. It kind of leaves off on a somber note toward the end of Hartnell's, being able to hold his own. You do see a sort of line slip up that gets the actress playing Caroline Ford, I forget her name, I think it's Claudia Grant, reacting to him making a faux pas during his line recitals. And toward the end of it, it's kind of like, he knows he has a limited time left on Doctor Who. Now, we know that Patrick Troughton has been cast in this, so we'll probably briefly see the second Doctor era. It's going to be moving into that toward the end of the piece, I assume. But by and large, this is something I'm really looking forward to checking out. And the footage, even though it is blurry and kind of hard to make out every little detail, you can see enough to whet your appetite. I hope we'll get an official release at some point soon. And thanks once again to Joey69R for sending this my way. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. If you've seen the footage, everything from the casting to what the story's about, are you impressed, or are you going to be kind of holding your breath to see what actually occurs when it airs? And otherwise, that'll be it for me on this, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.